morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Ashadh Acharya. The top stories first. UML Task Force needs to resolve internal dispute. Next meeting scheduled for today. JSP leaders decide to split the party. EC to set up bench to decide the JSP dispute. Country records 2,634 new cases of coronavirus. 15 people succumbed to the disease. Passenger aircraft crashes in Russia. All 28 people on board feared dead. And Italy beat Spain on penalties to reach Euro 2020 final. The former world champions to face either England or Denmark. And now the news in detail. The CPN-UML's task force formed to settle the internal dispute of the party held discussions yesterday. Task force member Gokana Bista said that discussions were sought out the differences among party leaders. According to him, the discussions were heading towards opposite direction. The atmosphere for task force meeting was created after party chair and Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli argued to run the party organization as it was before May 17, 2018. The task force members are Subhash Nemwang, Vishnu Paudel, Pradeep Gyawali, Shankar Pokhrel and Vishnu Rimal from PM Oli's side and Bhim Rawal, Ghanashyam Bhusal, Surendra Pandey, Raghuji Pant and Gokana Bista from Madhav Nepal's side. And the task force will meet again later today. The Election Commission has decided to resolve the debate over the claims made by the two factions of Janata Samajwadi Party through a bench. The Commission will set up a bench within a week and conclude the case in consultation with lawyers. The decision was reached after the EC held a joint discussion with the two factions, one led by party chairman Mahanta Thakur and another led by another chairman Upendra Yadav. Earlier, the EC had denied recognizing any of the faction as the official party. In the meeting held at the Election Commission yesterday, the two factions agreed to split the party. Both sides stressed the EC to resolve the issue soon. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. A total of 2,634 new cases of COVID-19 were recorded in the country yesterday. According to Ministry of Health and Population, the new cases were confirmed after carrying out PCR and antigen tests on 12,585 individuals in various laboratories across the country. With the new cases, the total cases of infected persons has reached 648,085 in the country so far. Similarly, the ministry confirmed that 1,565 infected patients have recovered from the disease yesterday. With this, the total recovery cases has reached 612,994 in Nepal. The recovery rate is 94.6% as of yesterday evening. Meanwhile, 15 infected patients died across the country yesterday. The ministry confirmed that total deaths caused by coronavirus infection have reached 9,263. And now the news from economic front. The Asian Development Bank has appointed Arnold Kauchois as its new country director for Nepal. According to the ADB, Kauchois will lead ADB operations in the country and policy dialogue with the government of Nepal and other development partners. He will oversee the implementation of ADB's country partnership strategy for Nepal that focuses on the country's long-term development needs. The goals will be achieved through improved infrastructure for private sector-led growth, improved access to services, and environmental sustainability and resilience, ADB said in a statement issued on July 6. Kauchois said that his immediate priority will be to support the government of Nepal as it addresses both the immediate and longer-term health, economic and social impacts of the COVID-19 crisis. According to the ADB, Kauchois has almost 3 decades of professional experience, including over 15 years with ADB. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back. Now the international news. A decades-old passenger plane carrying 28 people crashed in Russia's Far East yesterday. Officials fear that everyone on board, including one child, are dead. The plane was en route to Palana, a town in northwestern Kamchatka, when it lost contact with air traffic control shortly before 3 p.m. local time. Russia's emergencies ministry said there were 22 passengers and 6 crew members on board the Antonov An-26 twin-engine aircraft. The plane was in operation since 1982 and belonged to the company called Kamchatka Aviation Enterprise. Most of the passengers were residents of Palana, a town which is home to about 2,900 people. Russia's Civil Aviation Authority confirmed that the plane's crash site had been found. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Italy beat Spain on penalties to reach the Euro 2020 final after an enthralling semi-final match. After Alvaro Morata's penalty was saved, Jorginho strolled up to score and set up a final with either England or Denmark in London on Sunday. Federico Chiesa looked as if he had sent Italy, who are unbeaten in 33 games, to the final in normal time with a delightful curled finish to cap off a quick counter. But Morata stepped off the bench to slot an equalizer with 10 minutes to go after a 1-2 with Dani Olmo. Roberto Mancini's Italy side have been arguably the best team in the tournament and had won their previous 13 games and deserved their place in the final. However, this was the toughest they have had to work, and they only managed to sort between Morata's equalizer and the shootout. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. UML Task Force meets to resolve internal dispute. Next meeting scheduled for today. JSP leader decide to split the party, EC to set up bench to decide on JSP dispute. Country records 2,634 new cases of coronavirus, 15 people succumbed to disease. Passenger aircraft crashes in Russia, all 28 people on board fear dead. And Italy beat Spain on penalties to reach Euro 2020 final, the former world champions to face either England or Denmark. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamajah.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.